guess what? There's a full moon today, December 7th, 2022. It's the last full moon of 2022. So this one's gonna go out with a fucking bang, I feel. Be sure to, if none of these groups resonate with you, make sure you look up the previous full moon pick-a-cards that I've put out as well. There should be a playlist tab under the pick-a-cards. So I am shuffling and pulling on camera today. We only have two groups here. Group 1 is the red star with the bell. Group 2 is the maroon star, okay? Merry Christmas, everybody. Y'all. But yeah, this full moon is going to be in Gemini. I'm not really sure what that means, but you know, whatever a full moon means for you, I feel like you guys are going through the motions on your own anyways. So, also some things are going to be coming up for you that you thought you'd overcame. I think that's for group 2. Some thinking patterns or triggers, maybe even being tested, like several little things in one day could be testing you. Okay, one more card for group 1 and one more card for group 2. These are the moon message oracles, so of course, actually 6 cards. 2 more cards for group 1, please. Angel, spirits, and guides. Thank you. 1 more card for group 1. Can we get 1 more moon message card for group 1? What they need to know for this? Okay, so those are for group 2. 1 more for group 1, 1 more for group 1. Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, a time to give rather than take. Of course, if you don't like watching the shuffling and the card selection, you can always skip to the timestamps below. I'm just going to reach in here and pull out 3 cards for the manifestations, what you guys are bringing towards you. Bottom of the deck, reveal what needs to be seen. I feel like cutting the deck, so go for it. Go for it, go for it. Go wild, go for it. Reveal what needs to be seen. Don't be afraid to speak that truth. Try to do it in a compassionate, kind manner. Leave the past behind. The old ways of thinking, opening up to change. Something just rattled something on my dresser back here. And I thought I was going to turn around and see a cat on my dresser, but there's no cat in here. So you guys might be having some paranormal activity as well. Your spiritual gifts and abilities are opening. So everybody has different abilities, right? So you might be hearing spirits, smelling spirits, sensing, experiencing things moving in your household. You might be able to see people's auras as well, or having precognitive dreams, foretelling dreams, dreaming about things and it happens, or having these small psychic flashes and it happens. Alright, 3 cards for group 1, please. There's 1. 2 more cards for group 1. Thank you. 1 more card for group 1. I like it when Spirit flips them over because I feel more validated. Now we need 3 cards for group 2, please. Thank you. Group, that one. And then 1 more card for group 2. Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, we've got change again. So expect powerful change coming up in the year 2023 for you guys. And now I'm just pulling from the side over here, just on a whim, kind of in it now. So I like to get a lot of cards, and then whenever, you know, the messages start repeating, then that's whenever we can stop, right? But we won't know until we open these mugs up. So I'm going to stop there. Wait a minute. What Spirit's helping you surrender, or what you're leaving behind, 2022, okay? I'm actually going to get some questions wrote down really quick. I just had a quick idea, but I'll be right back with group 1. Group freaking 1 with the little bell candy cane striped thing here. Okay, that's a pretty little star. So pretty. Maybe you're trying to find a star for your tree. Have you put your tree up yet? You should. I think if you haven't yet, group 1, or you've been trying to debate on putting it up, or you're not really feeling the holiday cheer this season, at least put it up for your family. Let's see what the moon messages are. I'm going to start out with my 3s. Okay, we're going to start out with success. Congratulations are in order. Number 22, and letting go. You let something go. Some sort of vision that you were holding on to previously. What's the definition of insanity? Right? Man, significant transformation here. This could have been several things you had to let go, group 1. Also, for some of you, you're in the process of letting go. Some sort of an emotional wraparound a situation. So there's going to be success in letting this go. It's an area of your life maybe that you keep working on, or you keep feeling like you're getting tested in. Alright, I want to draw some more cards to get a little bit deeper here. Let's get my Lenormand cards here. Actually, it's so satisfying to shuffle. Actually, get these Lenormand cards. And we'll get a little deeper because this is a general read, okay? Like I say, keep in mind it could pertain to your past, your present, or your potential near future. If you're drawn to both groups, watch both groups. It's fine. Totally fine. You might be called to, this might come up on your timeline again later on too, later on in 2023 or later on this year. They are timeless reads, so they're valid. If they resonate for you at the time you view it, then it's still for you, okay? There's no time stop on reads and messages. Okay, so letting go. Somebody, you feel like letting somebody go who could have robbed you of something. Because we've got thief here. The idea around something. We've got success in a mature woman, okay? You stepping into your crone power, your maturity, but also their success in forgiving an older woman around you as well. Maybe they didn't leave you when if they passed, maybe they didn't leave you what you thought they were going to leave you. Mighty Aphrodite coming through here too. So some sensuality with yourself, self-love, okay? We've got poverty and vision. So changing that mindset around money and love. Somebody could have robbed you of significant amount of time in a relationship. It would have been, you could feel like it was all for nothing, really, but you have no idea what they learned and the amount of stuff that you learned from it as well, okay? Man, my nails aren't dry yet. They've been drying for like ever. Okay, so we've got soldier for this first section here too. So this could be somebody who actually had to go off to war, maybe. Maybe they got deployed or they were in the reserves. They got drafted. They got called out. So you might feel like, you know, someone is being taken from you. Somebody's robbing you of your time, the state, presidential elects, whatever it is. Can we get another card for mature woman? Waiting. This is something that's coming in. Some emotional fulfillment or happiness. Also maturity that you've been waiting for is coming in for you. And then we have wedding over vision and poverty. So maybe you were for some of you hoping that you were going to get proposed to. I feel like this is coming towards you. We've got house and lover as well. So some of you guys, single Pringles out there, have been longly anticipating love, financial prosperity, the whole shebang, right? There's a surprise coming towards you. Somebody's going to do something really nice for you. It could involve your room or like painting or remodeling your room as well. Let's get into these messages. We've got seeing the bigger picture, looking at the bigger picture. Prosperity does lie ahead. Okay, I feel like the poverty, this is going to go right here. Stepping out of your comfort zone, okay? That's where Aphrodite comes in as well. Call upon her. She can help you step out of that comfort zone. You probably keep getting that message a lot. Also, looking up your north node in your birth chart, that's going to denote your destiny and what you came back to Earth to do, okay? A personal issue does reach resolution, so there's success coming out of this for you, okay? Know that you are good enough, and the need to believe in the impossible. So letting go of these logical mindsets around how stuff is going to come to you. Like, say you've been told over and again that, you know, a really good job is going to come toward you, but you keep, like, you could be stopping your own success by the mindset and how you're seeing around it. Like, well, I can't do this, I can't work here because this schedule is pertaining, or it's too far from home, or the hours aren't conducive, or how, you know, like, there's this need to know that you are good enough to get up, to go strive towards that success, and then it's going to come towards you. It's all about the vision that you're having, and I think that's what you're slowly stepping towards, is releasing this poverty and, you know, like, okay, don't shoot, I'm just a messenger, but like pointing fingers at other people saying they robbed me of this time. If I hadn't spent so much time in this relationship, I could have done this and this and this. If I hadn't spent so much time arguing with my mom, or going, like, listening to my mom, I could have done this, this, and this. Like, there's this need to, like, turn it around. And maybe that's what you're noticing with this full moon. Like, these epiphanies and ahas are coming to you, and you're letting go these thinking patterns based around a situation, and your mindset is going to be a lot more positive too. You're going to be able to see the bigger picture, especially in 2023. Prosperity only lies ahead when you step out of your comfort zone, and only then will the personal issue reach a resolution. You'll have success, okay? But it involves strongly of you stepping out of your comfort zone. Unleash your kindest self. Release control. So, anticipating the outcome, or the shoulda, coulda, woulda as well. And go deeper. And we got that coming out. Step out of your comfort zone. A lot of green here. These cards match each other. Very pretty greens. Heart activation. Speaking from the heart. Maybe this is you. This is your comfort zone. Stepping out of it is expressing how things make you feel, or how you view things in the past. One thing I have learned is that we definitely cannot go by assumption on how we think the other person is feeling about a situation. And usually, 9 times out of 10, sometimes my egoic mind gets a little paranoid, and then we like to make these grand what-if scenarios, and then in turn it almost seems like I'm right, and it's real, right? I have done done the work on this in deciphering my ego from intuition, but I feel like this is what you're doing. There's a need to go deeper here and step out of your comfort zone. Whether it's going towards a completely different career, maybe it's going towards, you know, a dating site. Maybe you wouldn't normally use a dating site. Maybe it's speaking to your mother, like, just in a different way. Maybe there's, like, strong mother energy here too, about maybe she's conditioned you to believe that you are supposed to do things a certain way, but maybe you're having this aha moment where you're going to voice your opinion to her and let her know, like, your way is not the best way always. Like, I can think for myself. I have my own ideas and my own belief systems based around certain things in my life. And this is what's going to work for me, not you. This is, you know, you got to, sometimes we have to remind those people in our life that think they know what's best for us, that only we know what's best for them and best for us, and sometimes they're wrong, because what they think might be right for them and us is not. It could be the complete opposite, actually. So also, it could be letting go of certain older woman energy in your life as well. Releasing, again, release control. Messages are starting to release and unleash your kindest self. It's okay to be kind to others. Look at all those butterflies there too. I don't know if you can see those, but unleashing your kindest self. Look, there's that butterfly. This is where we focus on things, you know, keeping your head above. This is the logical, egotistical mind, and it's like you're rising above it. You're going to be able to follow that inner knowing, and that inner guidance is going to be calling you towards something that's going to cause you to go deeper. Faith, right there it is. Having faith, trusting that you're right where you're supposed to be, and everything has happened exactly as it is supposed to happen. Also going deeper, this could be meaning in a spiritual sense or religious sense, opening up to your God, source, energy, universe, Buddha, whomever. Look at that. We were just talking about ego, right? Ego sublimation. A lot of blue here. A lot of indigo. Oh, you guys, crown chakra. chakras, yes, they're real. You have them. I'm sorry if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, but you still have them. And actually, I think they've, like, scientifically something or other in the energy centers, but there's some sort of ego sublimation here. Also, I'm feeling drawn to read the book meaning. So let's get that really quickie. Letting go of self-centeredness, becoming a vessel of possibility. Like, yeah, it's like release control, so, and focusing more on what you can do for others instead of what you only want for yourself. Like, there is, I know sometimes we're like, well, I didn't feel like I was being self-centered, or, you know, sometimes we don't realize that we're self-victimizing as well. And whenever we're in these states, or if we find ourselves envious of others around us, where we feel like we're in this mindset and others are seemingly better off or well-to-do better than us, and there's like this envious thing around it. I was like, you guys are shedding a lot of ego things. Do you wonder if your self-definition has become too rigid, too fixed around what you've come to learn? I'm looking at this lady though, she looks a little rigid, right? And we're reading the book meaning on this card. So anyways, so that you contract life into zones of safe versus unsafe. And look, this card over here says step out of your comfort zone, right? This here is okay, but over there, well, that might be too risky. This is you saying this to yourself, okay? What's safe and unsafe? Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. We are all products of our conditioning, so remember that this is part of the human experience. Yet you are not meant to remain static. Seeking only what you expect, even if it appears ambitious, is still too narrow. You go nowhere when you hesitate to move out of your comfort zone. Holy crap, this one talks about, but we're reading the book meaning. I just like to point out how spirit works, and how, you know, if you guys saw me at the beginning, I pulled cards on camera, okay? And it takes too much to try to build a storyline and go, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. When you focus too much on yourself this way, you become a servant of the ego. Its edges God out, removing the magic of possibility, okay? So it's funny how we've got this here and the faith here, and this is talking about edging God out and pushing out other possibilities. And then sometimes that self-righteous, self-centered stuff comes along, opens. And these are probably already aspects of yourself that you've already noticed, and you're working very deeply on letting go. Over the course of the last 3 years, I feel like you've been in a really big, a lot of cycles of release. Ooh, I love it though. You guys are gonna do. You just don't even know the great things that are coming towards you. Like, it's gonna get better from here, I promise. What would you see reflected if you allowed yourself to be other than how you define yourself now? Nothing less is required of you now. In this moment, let go of who you think you are and allow a new you to emerge. You will recognize yourself as what you are, a partner in co-creation in service to the divine. Doesn't it feel good? You are from God. You were made in His image, right? And you are a part of Source. We're all connected. We're all very unique, but we're all connected. We all bleed red, right? Oh, goodness. This is you starting your path, though. Let's see what this card is. Yeah, taking the lead. Letting go and taking the lead. Releasing and taking the lead. Like attracts like. So focusing, you know, there could be something that you've unintentionally brought into your existence. Something about when you have fears around money and losing money or not having enough money, then you're essentially blocking yourself, okay? So these previous negative affirmations that you'd use towards love, money, career, whatever it is, you've been going through the motions and really going through it thick with that unintentioned manifestations that you've brought upon yourself. Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change, right? Having faith and releasing, letting go of the outcome and an anticipation of and the need for control. Archangel Michael says, step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time for you to share your wisdom. So there's this need to step out, take the lead, focus, going a little deeper in your beliefs, or vocalizing, say, okay, here's an example they're bringing up to me is like, you grew up in a strictly religious Christian household, and they're by the book, very religious, and everything. But as you grow up and you've been going through this change the past few years, you're noticing that like attracts like, and you are releasing some of these preconditioned beliefs and ideas. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of truth in the Bible, but there's a lot of falseness as well. There's a lot of things that were added just for man to keep control over you guys, to keep you guys under their thumb, okay? Because they like to instill fear and control in people. Somebody mentioned, they're like, how does the Bible instill fear? And they're like, well, do you not remember your sins, your so-called sins? I mean, technically, you guys aren't supposed to eat shellfish on a Sunday either, but, I mean, that's the most ridiculous thing. You are here to have a human experience. You can paint your body, you can pierce your body, you can love who you want to love, you can dress how you want to dress, you can put and do whatever you want to with your body. God is not a judging God, right? But he doesn't want you to sit here. I think this is what's illuminating for you as well, is he doesn't want you to sit here and judge others who are taking a different path or who aren't very religious or whatever. Surrendering to rest and sleep to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. So this is, you've been in this mode. Maybe this is where you feel like nothing has been happening, nothing's been working for you, but it's because your body is needing the rest, okay? And you are getting to get geared up for something really, really big. Now, don't get me wrong. This is going to take trust, faith, focus. There's a need to release the control, and it's going to take hard work, okay? When we want things to happen to us in our life, we have to take inspired action. If you just have faith, but you don't put the work in behind it and follow those intuitive nudges or those signs that God is sending you, then what's the point in it? Martyr. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or cause. The shadow attribute is addiction to self-pity. Okay, so maybe this is what you're releasing, because we mentioned about the self-victimization roles, right? And the self-centeredness. The destroyer, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Yeah, and even some of these old conditioned beliefs that were instilled upon us by parents, grandparents, parental figures, some of it is potentially destroying, Also, though, you're in the ego sublimation. The shadow attributes is intoxication with destructive power, destroying others, people's dreams or potential. So maybe there were some, I know I've done this, I'm super guilty of this, again, I'm just the fucking messenger, but I was unhappy with myself. I had a lot of insecurities, I wasn't happy with my job, I wasn't happy where I was in life. The only thing I knew I was happy with was with my honey and my family. I knew I was supposed to be there with them. I knew that part of my life was right, but then I would project to other people, and people are feeling good, having fun, having, good things happen to them, and I would just like inadvertently, my ego would say something just to intentionally bring them down, or I would literally try to bring people down to my size, or, I would yah about them behind their back. I would judge them harshly and critically, and now, like, that was 3 years ago. I'm a completely different person now. I've really let go of my addiction to self-pity. I would be really sorrowful. I felt like I didn't really have any real friends, or, because I grew up thinking, a best friend you're supposed to talk to every day or whatever, but that's just not the case. Like, all these old conditioned beliefs, like, really spewed out at once, and a lot of these beliefs and ideas vanished, and half the time I forget that they were even a thing for me, because it's not on my radar anymore, because I healed from it. I decided to take that power and turn it around and do something better and be something better. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. The shadow attributes is offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, and criminal authority. So, yeah, that was me right there. I would only offer destructive criticism. Like, I would make opinion about something, and it might would make them feel worse about the situation going on, right? So, you guys are overcoming an immense amount of things. And you just gotta be kind to yourself. You know? Like I say, you don't ever know what people are going through behind closed doors, but people don't know what you're going through either. They don't understand, especially if you're not open about it and you don't share with anybody. I get it that we don't want to put our burdens on other people and make them worry about us or make them feel sorry for us or anything, but sometimes it's just needing, you know, if you feel like you need professional help, there's no shame in saying, hey, I could probably use some antidepressant medication. I could probably use some anti-anxiety meds. What can I do to help me with these things? You know, there's no shame in doing that. Maybe you were raised to believe that if you had to take those things, you know, it wasn't godlike or something. You're healing from like 3 different areas in your life from heartbreak, including yourself, okay? Here's that 10 of Pentacles. So it's going to take work. It's going to take hard effort on your part, but you're going to be cutting out the negativity and you're going to be moving prominently forward, standing in the light of your own truth and your own soul acceptance. And this is helping you release part of the ego and accepting yourself wholly and wholeheartedly and unleashing your kindest self. Do we have anything else here? Whoa. Yeah, the 10 of Swords, sleepless nights. At night, this is probably when these fears, worries, things come up to you, okay? Dark night of the soul. And if any of this is resonating with you, group 1, if you haven't already, if you could hit the like and subscribe button. And if you feel called to, share it as well with, you know, a significant other or a friend or something. We have the Devil in reverse. Temptation, okay? There's not a need for material gain really at this time for you. Maybe you have some things around spending, like spending sprees or impulse buying, or maybe you're here to buyer's remorse, right? That's what's leaving you, and you're going to be more, look at that, the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So an emotional offer, an emotional something, realizing that material items do not fulfill our emotional needs. That does not cure our heartache. It does not cure our insecurities. We can put all the makeup on or wear the most dapper suits, but if we're not healed and release some of these beliefs within us about ourselves, then we can't truly accept or feel like we're really loved by the people who are trying to show us and give us love, right? 3 more cards for this so we can get a final outcome for group 1. Look at that, the Sun coming out. That's the most positive deck in the card. Positive deck in the card. Positive card in the deck. The King of Pentacles. Yeah. And then the Strength. Wow, you guys. Wow. On the bottom, I've got the Hierophant. I don't want to cut. And look, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Power couple. Collaboration, working together. Forward movement. Yes. Keep your eye on the prize, group 1, okay? It's okay to have these days where we're feeling lost and sad and scared, but what we can't do is hold on to it and harbor it and not harbor the resentment towards previous people as well or ourselves in life. And you guys are really like, you got an immense amount of strength in you. Some Leos coming through here and also Capricorns, Taurus, Virgos, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, as well as what I'm seeing here. But you guys are gonna have you guys are moving towards really good things in 2023 with this last full moon, okay? Your Emperor is on his way to you. Look, the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician. These are all very good signs that very good things are keeping, okay? You're doing great. You've done great up until this moment. Everything has happened exactly how it was supposed to. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You might have felt like you were on the lower, you know, we all have highs and lows, right? So you might have been feeling really low here these past few months, but you're fixing to be shot into, okay? Some things are going to be coming to light for you with this moon cycle too, revealing hidden things. Don't beat yourself up, okay? There's cause to celebrate. There's cause to celebrate. Be proud of yourself because your team is super proud of you as well. Holy crap. And one more more final message. Ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you that this point in time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the world. So, again, with those conditioned beliefs or religious beliefs that were generational patterns, you are healing this. And your ancestors, your passed on loved ones are saying it's okay with these new ideas that's coming into you. Your beliefs are right for you and it's okay to shed those other beliefs. It's okay to say no to those ideas, okay? You've been thinking things through. You've been, doing the research, or some phenomenal divine wisdom has been coming into you, and you already know. Trust that the divine plan is working out in your favor, okay? You're going to be accepting those disappointments gracefully, seeing the lessons as lessons, not being afraid to speak up and speak your truth, and imagining really great solutions for your future, okay? They need to make a plan, take pen to paper. Where do you see, start out slow. What are you doing tomorrow? Where do you see yourself in a week, 3 months, 3 weeks, a year from now, okay? It's going to be, you're going to be called to shine your light and love yourself. Raise your vibration and be patient with yourself and those around you as well, because we're healing too. And again, with have faith. You're rejuvenating for a reason, group 1. Okay. I love it for you guys. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. If you would like a more in-depth personal read, contact me. My info's below. I also have other social media platforms. Love and light. Alright, group 2. For those that chose the Crimson Star. I feel like there's something missing on it, but maybe because this other one had a little bell on the end of it. Okay, so overall energy for you guys. The freaking Magician, okay? Magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. There's a blue feather on his book too. There's flowers, there's lilies. I think these are roses. Peach, pink, yellow, and white roses. And then we've got white lilies over here. And also how all the resources you need. If you believe it, you can do it. You can do whatever you set your mind to. So group 2, you guys could be already noticing the magic that is every day around you every day, right? Let's start with these cards and see what your overall message is and energies. Loyalties. Stevie Ray. I don't know who Stevie Ray is, but number 33 there. Confidence, number 42. And a reminder to stay confident, to be confident within yourself. Horses could be your spirit animal. There's more flowers here too. So maybe you are, since this dreary winter weather is upon us, maybe you have been doing a little bit of research or wanting to be like, oh hey, I'm going to plant a flower garden this coming spring, or planting a garden, growing your own herbs and spices. Excuse me. So let's get some little more clarity for the loyalty card for group 2. Keep in mind it could pertain to past, present, potential, near future. Okay, they are timeless messages regardless of the time and day I specify here, or regardless of the full moon period too. Okay, loyalty and work ethic, loyalty in how you perceive your work or income and money as well. Loyal to the job, loyal to the career. Confidence is going to get you out of this imprisonment. You're holding yourself back, group 2, okay? And we've got something about your kiddo. Don't forget, maybe you need to get snacks for their Christmas party, or they're doing a exchange of gifts or something. There's something here that Spirit's wanting to remind you about for them. Can I get another clarity card for it, though? Your passed on loved one is watching over your kids as well. Or you might have kids or grandkids that are this young who are talking about seeing Papa's ghost or Grand's ghost or something, okay? There's loyalty and a love and partnership, a relationship here as well. Not just you being loyal to the job, but also like when we feel like we're having to serve others and we're putting we're feeling obligated to help others or do this or do that, and this could be within the job as well. Like, you've been loyal to them long enough and you have enough confidence within yourself. It's time to like fly high. I just heard fly high. This card is sticking out too, so could be conversation. Look, the child card again. 2 children cards. So a baby. Okay, your babies are protected and watched over. Lord. Conversation. So there could be conversation around, of course, what to do with the kids, where you're sending them to school, what you want to get them for Christmas. I don't know. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. So practicing something. Positive affirmations are really going to help you if you're wanting to move further in your career, but you feel like you're just keeping yourself in this prison mindset, and you need more confidence. Use those positive affirmations, okay? Is there anything else here that we need to see? Anything else in this deck? Oh, yeah, coming out as a despair, but also your children, okay? You could have grown children. Yeah, we've got mature woman, so this is pertaining to your kids and your grandkids, but keeping in mind that it's a reminder you're still their parent, right? You're still supposed to be there to help them and help guide them. Okay. There's a change. There's a message that something is going to change. Could be a custody situation too. Could be a change in the terms or the agreement. Okay. You could be meeting your next significant other at a job that you might be starting here soon, venturing out. This is where you're going to meet that other soulmate, the one that you're probably going to spend the rest of your life with. I feel drawn to pull another message. Look, children, oh my gosh, your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. Like, you've got child, children, little girls, especially, okay? Maybe you see your grown adult child as a little girl still, or treating them like a little girl. There's another rose. It's very peach colored, so the color peach. Some sacral chakra healing here. Maybe you're reflecting on childhood, doing some inner child work. Also, since I have imprisonment child, letting your inner child play. Like, not taking things so seriously. Act goofy, be silly, dance in the aisles at Walmart. Taste test the grapes while you're grocery shopping. Do something mischievous, I heard. Mischievous. I'm curious, somebody here knows exactly why these children and child cards are here, though, so if you would comment below for us, I would really appreciate that, because I'm curious of what you're picking up on what the thing is for it, okay? There's also, since I've got despair and mature woman, like healing from some previous conditioned ideas that maybe your mother or grandmother figure had given you about yourself. They could have been very young whenever they had you as well. So us young mothers, or the majority of us, are usually immature whenever we have kids at the age of 19 or 20 and below, right? Healing, healed, and healer. Healing energy surrounds you in this situation. So whether it's a relationship with a family member or a previous significant other, it's the situation is being healed and you're going through this. And look, she's got a wand, he's got a wand. So you are indeed the magician of your life. Thoughts create your reality. Let's see what your other messages are. Goodness, I got so many cards here, but I love it. Assessing situations from a higher perspective here. Hot air balloons. If you're not seeing hot air balloons, you'll probably start after this. And also finding feathers. Not just real physical feathers, but like feathers on people's t-shirt, feather earrings, wings are also coming to mind. Wisdom, number 22, and self-love. Okay, higher education here as well. You're going to be guided to do something. Seeing, okay, so also the career, it's not too late. I'll be 41 here in a few months, and I just started this thing with these cards. Some people have been doing this in their entire lives, but I just now tapping into my untapped potential. That's what you've got, group 2. You've got a lot of untapped potential underneath your belt. It's just this insecurity or this lack of confidence or lack of motivation that holds you back regarding it. I feel like I want to get more cards out of this deck though, so let's see. Yeah, you're going to be, after assessing a situation long enough, you're going to be called to action on it. And this inner knowing, this deep insight that's coming to you from God, Source, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is helping you realize some significant value within yourself, that untapped potential, nourishing yourself, self-love, positive affirmations, believing in yourself, building up that confidence. Could be dealing with somebody with blonde hair as well, since we've got 2 blondies here. I think she's blonde as well. Could be seeing the moon phases as well, crescent moons. Yeah, new beginning into you, nurturing yourself, new beginning in how you speak to yourself, but also knowing that, oh my gosh, I give so much to the household and the people around me that it depletes you on a whole nother level. So there's a sense of needing to really rest and replenish too. If you were drawn to group 1, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm curious though if you were. There's a new hunger igniting within you. Something that's been hidden from you, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't see that before. It's going to come to light for you, okay? And it's up to you. Look, we've got nourishment here again. And hunger and discernment. Don't starve yourself, though. If you feel hungry and there's not a lot of healthy options in the household, though, it's okay. It's okay to indulge as well. So as I spoke about healthier options, I looked at the child card also, so maybe you're wanting to implement some healthier habits or ways of eating with your kiddos as well. Bringing your ideas to light, fruition. Yes, you need to trust yourself, trust that you are protected and what you're being called to take action on, okay? Your ego is going to try to talk you out of it. It's going to instill fear and void within you, okay? But again, here's the protection card again. You are protected as you go through this process, and this came out in reverse. We've got the fear card. So igniting that within you. Also, there could be something from childhood that really scared you that you could be healing from too. Some sort of traumatic event or experience, okay? Let's see what the moon messages are. Clear, concise, accurate messages for the viewers, please. Don't discount anything that comes to mind intuitively on your side too. Just because I don't tap onto it doesn't mean it's not for you, okay? Probably getting messages about endings and beginnings a lot. Gonna start to notice the cycles too that's within your life that you're healing from. Keep in mind that nothing is yet set in stone. We're going back to the job and career. So if you're unhappy in a place of employment, there are so many more options out there. You have the ability, because you are in fact the magician group 2, to manifest the ideal, perfect pay, perfect hours, perfect job for you, okay? In due time. I just heard in due time, okay? Because our dreams sometimes need a practical plan. So we'll maybe saying, okay, in 3 years I want a huge house, a brand new car, and places for everyone to live. So if you saw the camera jump, I had to pause it for a moment. But nothing is yet set in stone, and your dreams need a practical plan. So I was talking about, being able to manifest your dream job or whatever. But also, if we're trying to say, okay, I want this, this, and this, so we can fully bring that into our lives, but we have to take action towards it. We have to put the work in behind what we're wanting to bring. So taking steps. Okay, if you don't know where to start, then start asking the universe. All right, guys, be loud and clear for me. God, Jesus, angels, ancestors, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Show me the steps. I'm open to receiving divine guidance. I'm open to receiving creative solutions, and I guarantee your higher self will take your eyes, or the next time you open your phone, something's going to pop up, or you're going to see something in your emails. It's going to be like, aha, that's it. Balancing spirituality and practicality. Nothing will come of this situation, okay? There's an ending to a situation that I'm going to get more on that here in a minute. Taking time to breathe out. And we've got that peace card here, right? With her meditating, balancing spirituality and practicality, and luck is on your side. If you say, okay, angels, all right, this is me right now. Angels, clear, cancel, and delete what I'm about to say, and do not let it affect me and my vibe and the good that's coming towards me from the universe. But if we say, I'm not that lucky, I never win anything, so many people are so much better off than I am, I don't have much, like, this is where you're bringing yourself into this imprisonment and despair. Also, what's coming to mind is if you say, I have a bad memory. Clear, cancel, delete that, guys. I have a bad memory. It's hard for me to remember stuff. I can't remember shit. Fucking turn that shit around, god damn it. Like, you don't understand what a profound impact your words have on you, because they are spells. You're literally casting spells into the universe. More of that coming out, but taking time to breathe out. You're needing those quiet meditative moments. It's going to have to become essential for you, or you're just going to stay in this mindset. If you don't start taking time and disciplining yourself and setting better boundaries for yourself, maybe your kids, maybe you're like, I can't have any quiet time because my kids be bothering me all the time. Like, when you're in the bathroom, when you finally get those moments to go potty, or when you're in the kitchen preparing their meal or something, use that time. Say, all right, angels, thank you for helping me clear my mind, and thank you for helping me have this sense of peace and meditation, or whatever it is I need to know at this time, okay? You are healing. You are the magician. You've been putting a lot of work into it up until this point. We've got doves here too, bunny rabbits as well, and puppy dogs. This little dog reminds me of someone I know. It reminds me of one of their little dogs. They're so sweet. Okay. By the way, I'm just the messenger. Don't fucking shoot. Okay, look. This. Okay, luck is on your side, and you'll be called to step into your power. Maybe it's in the career position, promotion, stepping up the ladder, stepping up the rungs of success, assessing the situation. And look, holy cow, we've got assessing the situation. And look, like, that's like the big grand mansion that you dream of, right? Okay, I forgot what we said we were going to get more on. So finding balance, taking time to breathe out and find balance, centering yourself. Thank you, angels, for, and even if it's setting a reminder on your phone to take those few moments, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. I know it's a long time. 60 seconds is a long time. So when you can start disciplining yourself and setting that boundary and just going, okay, 3 minutes, or in the moment it takes you to go potty or whatever, that's something, okay? That is going to catapult you into a whole new world, a whole new energy, okay? Like, you have to start to make time. You have to stop feeling like you're giving your all to everybody but yourself. Ooh, finding the peace, okay? Like, see this card? Even getting in the floor and doing the lotus position and going like this. Okay, there's other mudras you can use with your hands too. Like, there's several other ones if you're into that kind of thing, okay? I suggest positive affirmations though. Overwhelm and plenty. So just know whenever your emotions start getting really open and raw, then asking for that help. What were we gonna do? Assessing the situation, okay? In the springtime, your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So a time frame for somebody here was springtime too. So by spring, which is just around the corner, honestly, we're already in December, or the end of December on our process. So before we know it, next year will be here, and it'll be spring, right? Because this last year, I feel like, probably went by really quick for a lot of you. No more acting impulsively either with this Aries energy over here. You're going to be finding balance and more of a more balanced way of thinking and a balanced way of taking action. You're not going to be acting out of anger and fear. You're going to be more of a contemplated, meditative state. Like, make your life a moving prayer. What's more on assessing a situation? Okay, so somebody you might have perceived as an enemy or a foe. Also, okay, reviewing a previous friendship. Deciding who you need to cut out, who no longer, you know. Also, some of these people could slowly be falling away from you and distancing themselves anyways, because you guys are just on different levels of realities. You're on different timelines. There's a timeline shift coming in for you as well, but it's not that anybody's better than anybody, by no means. You're just on different levels, and you guys are being pulled apart so you can continue your healing purpose, okay? Assessing the situation, what would make me content in life? What does my heart truly desire? What is it? What is my soul calling me to do? It all starts with communication. Communication with yourself, communication with your loved ones, communication with work, communication with your spirit team in the universe. It's all, communication is essentially key, okay? And spirit will be giving you a consolation prize, a gift of something coming into balance. And this could be an emotional view around something, or even around love, since we've got sweetheart. For some of you, it's going to be a balance within work, okay? We've got servant and service here too, so how can you be of service to others? Helping others, being charitable, it's going to really break you out of that. Maybe that's comfort zone. Thief. What is the thief card here for? Okay, it's like you guys, group 2, you're robbing yourself of something. Arrogance, haughtiness, frivolity, being frivolous spending, okay, placing importance over material aspects, when really it's just a mindset. Wedding and young woman. A young woman near you could be sharing really good news as well. Let's see what Spirit's helping you surrender. Look at all this yellow, though. See all this yellow in these cards? Well, my computer is kind of muted. Let me see if I can get her on here. I'm caffeinated today, so I hope you guys can understand me today. Okay. Also, I think there's an option somewhere in like 3 dots or something, settings or something, and playback speed. You can go back and slow me down. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Let's do that really quick. We're going to bring back our peace, okay? Our peace of mind. So if you're open to receiving, let's surround the viewer in white light, calling upon our angels and our gatekeepers and our higher selves. In through the nose and hold it, and then we're releasing what's not ours and what no longer serves us. We're releasing any tension within ourselves from the top of the head, relaxing, going down into our eyes, relaxing the face muscles, relaxing our jaw, unclenching the jaw, big thing. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth as well. If you're having a hard time with this, like I am kind of because I'm caffeinated, ask angels or a higher self, thank you for helping us relax these areas that Sarah just talked about. Whoa, I'm referring to myself in the third person now. What the fuck? Okay. Going down through the jaw into the throat, cleansing the throat, so we're no longer afraid to express our opinions or demand. Maybe you feel like you've really worked hard in this job and you deserve a raise, so we're going to release the anxiety in the throat chakra around involving asking for help or asking for the raise or whatever it is you need to ask for help in, okay? This is coming from heartfelt intention. We're dropping down in the heart center now, releasing any stress or worries or resentments that we're holding or grudges. Take another deep breath in. Place your hands over your heart chakra, please. And we're taking that breath into the heart chakra. In through the nose and then releasing. I felt a big release. Somebody's really having a heart activation too. You guys, this could be, this thing that we're doing right now, it could have caused you to cry, and that's okay because your soul is so happy that you're finding peace. And this is like for somebody, that's your lucky day because this is a catapult. This is the ignition, the activation that you needed to help start stepping into your power, okay? And now we're going into the solar plexus, which is right above the belly, between the bottom of the ribs. You can place your hands over it as well, but bringing in that white light into it and cleansing, clearing any self-righteous or arrogant tendencies. Don't get me wrong, we're all human. It's happened to us before, right? And get a little cocky or arrogant, right? We're releasing any of that mindset and going into the sacral chakra. Okay, we're just doing chakra cleansing today, and that's below the belly button. That's where our inner child resides. That's where a lot of our emotions come from. So into the belly, and then releasing what's not ours and what no longer serves us. Now we're going into the root chakra. You can focus on the color red here if you would like, or picture the color red. You might start feeling some physical symptoms now or leading up to this as well. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water too, please. But we're going to envision these roots coming out of our feet, out of the bottom of our feet, and going down into the floorboards, through all of the yuckiness, down into Mother Earth, and reaching down into her deep, all the way to her center core. And it's going to wrap around her core, and you might even feel a tug or a click or hear something, and that's your energetic roots connecting with Mother Earth. And if you're still with me and you've been open to receiving this healing, you're going to start seeing the synchronicities from Mother Earth as well, and the magic within it. Okay, and now we're just going to cleanse your auric field from all the stuff you just released, okay? So thank you, angels, for coming in. White light raining above us and around us, front, behind us, on the sides of us, underneath us. It's like a big, bright, white waterfall of light, healing light that's just cleansing. And now, Michael, I ask that you cut any necessary negative cords that need to be cut from them at this time, from any of the energy centers. Cut those cords, fill them with healing light, and then also heal the tears and the holes that are in their auric field as well. Please help them stay protected from receiving any lower vibrational energies or emotions from anybody around them as well. And so it is. Woo! Make no judgments. I was fixing to talk on that whenever I was going through the heart chakra. No longer being judgmental of yourself or others, no longer judging books by the cover. You're going to be seeing the beauty in everything. Practicing moderation. So I mentioned caffeine today, okay? Like, so tomorrow I'm going to try not to ingest as much caffeine. Maybe you're a tobacco user, so trying to cut back or pulling yourself back. Using affirmations towards this as well. I know as a former smoker, it was really hard whenever I was going through stressful situations to, that was my vice, right? That was my ulterior self-medicating. It was my go-to, go smoke when we get angry, upset, scared, whatever. So they're asked that you just practice moderation. You don't have to quit completely. Maybe you like to indulge in sugary sweets. I love my sugary sweets. I love my cupcakes and my birthday cakes. So just practicing moderation. And once you start that, you'll find, and you're probably already doing it honestly, your higher self is already guiding you towards that healing in it. It's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. You'll be soon surrendering that stress, and you won't be going to smoke because you're stressed. And then we've got grief, because you've been going through a lot of grief and healing the grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Got beginnings and self-love. There could be parts of you that you are, reflecting on in childhood. Well, I wish I had that waistline again, or I wish I had that toy, or I really loved that spot or that house. So coming out of this inner conflict, but it's up to you, okay? You're the only one that can help you. And of course, you're the only one that can ask your angels for help, or God or Jesus for assistance as well. So happiness really does come from within. And when we stop placing emphasis on the outside and the material items and the outside people to make us feel validated or try to fill that void, it's just overwhelming plenty. You're going to get little sneak peeks of what it feels like to feel so grateful and to know that you definitely have everything that you need, and you have the resources around you to proceed in whatever you're wanting to go towards. Doing the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. Having unity. I mentioned earlier that we were all connected, right? We all come from God. We were all made in his image, right? So here's a fulfillment of wishes. It's going to take patience and planning, okay? We've got your dreams need a practical plan, assessing, patience and planning. We had another patience card in here, I do believe. What would you like to let group 2 know as well? This is from your spirit guides. That one, I feel like there's one more here for you. Okay, there's a lot here for you. I have to take that one. Look, be proud. Okay, we mentioned, of course, there could be some people around you who aren't used to having a proud mindset, and they could literally be calling you out or calling you cocky or arrogant. Okay, just don't pay attention to them. They have some healing, and they obviously don't understand what full self-confidence is. Okay, it's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. So they're bringing me back to the assess the situation. Assessing past situations is what you're probably doing right now. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? And still being proud of yourself for overcoming what you've come and coming this far. You're still here, right? You're still breathing. Graciousness, gratefulness. You've endured a lot of trials and tribulations, okay? It's time to practice some self-love. Look, they're repeating themselves. Now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your mind, body, and soul. And of course, we have the action card down here somewhere, right? So you're going to be taking that action towards that beginning in self-love. I think I said that, though. Embracing the moment, rainbows and suns. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. So you might have, like, you see somebody and you're like, oh damn, look at what are they wearing or something. You're going to be catching yourself, and that could be the moderation. Maybe you like to yah-yah about other people. Oh, did you see what so-and-so was wearing the other day? Or did you know she did it like this at work? Or whatever it is, there's practicing moderation and judging others. And you might feel a little triggered by me saying that you judge others, but you're going to be catching yourself because we've all done it, and then you're going to be like, oh damn. Practicing gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. So realizing that you have the means and the solutions within you and around you that you need at this time. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Relationships and support. So again, like I said, and then we've got new beginnings. And look, there's a beginnings card here too. So new relationships with yourself, new relationships with other people, but also releasing old relationships. Could be healing from a past relationship too. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you can react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. Every relationship. Whether they were your ex-wife or ex-husband, ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, your parent, your mother, sister, an old boss, they were all come into your life. All had a reason behind it, okay? People come into your life for many different reasons. Holy crap. Basically what I was saying, right? Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. Some come from a reason, some come for a season, and there's that wing. See the wing? I was mentioned feathers and wings earlier, right? And then the new beginning. I'm going to study this picture for a moment because it's kind of throwing me off. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. So there's something that you've been doing, some sort of result, but you've been doing the same thing in different ways, and it's really not getting you anywhere. And this could be even the mindset, okay? Financial financial discipline coming in again, like the frivolity card was out here earlier, so being more disciplined in what you spend your money on. Okay, there's new beginnings in money, new beginnings in self-love, new beginnings in relationships, career, jobs. Okay, going on an adventure, so maybe this is financial discipline for you to save up for a sweet vacation or a weekend getaway that you want to take with your honey, okay? The need to save for that. So set a goal, write it down, write down the plan. Your dreams need a practical plan. Balance spirituality and practicality. If you keep just hoping, I mean, don't get me wrong, hope is good, but if you're not writing it down and saying, hey, I need this and this, but I'm gonna see about taking action in this or this. There's a happy ending always. Just to know that you have a happy ending in following your dreams and following what you're being guided and called to do, okay? And there's a new relationship change. A lot about relationships here, okay? And there's completion in a cycle around money. There's a money cycle that you're completing. There's a relationship cycle for some of you, and there's a self-assessing cycle, okay? Some days you might feel really into your skin, very sensual, sexual, you know, very confident in how you look. You're like, damn, I look good. And then there might be other times where it's like, what the fuck? What did I wake up on ugly side today or something, you know? Because it happens. It's all our perception, okay? Don't be afraid to rebel a little bit against those norms, okay? Okay, so we were talking about gossip earlier too. Yawn about people thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. So you're going to be pulling yourself away from those who do this. And I was actually guilty of this myself not too long ago. And then I learned, I acknowledged it and I learned from it and I've released it. So I don't do this anymore. But this is what you're working through, okay? And then we've got beggar, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So there's this sense of you following your own dreams and not relying on anybody else to help you out or give you a handout, okay? Confronting empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakening the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And maybe this was you not wanting to ask people for help because you didn't want them talking about you or judging you. That's gonna change though, because God uses the people around us to help us, okay? That's the only way he can answer our prayers. This guy's over here in gratitude praying, right? That's the only way they can is use the stuff around us in the 3D world. He can't reach his big God hand down here and hand us something. Revels in intimate union with the divine, delusional rapport with the divine. So opening up again to your spiritual source, connecting more with your spiritual source. Ask them for signs. Ask them for help in these new beginnings, okay? This is all I have for you, Group 2. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. If you would like, reach out to me. My information is below. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Love and light.